Hello, class. Well, today we're going to be talking about how to write the equations of lines if you're given two different points. So, if we have 2 points, we can write the equation of the line that contains those points. Okay? So, remember, any 2 points are going to give you a line. Remember, there are an infinite infinite number of points on the line, but you only need 2, Remember, any set of points that satisfies the equation, any set of points that makes the equation true is going to be on the line, Any set of equations, so if I have right here y equals mx plus b, any x and y ordered pair that makes that equation true is going to be on that line. So, but first, let's remember what these things are. Remember that y equals, the y is the y coordinate of a point on the line, So, if I have this point right here, for instance, got something like this, that's going to have an x coordinate and a y coordinate, and that y would be this y. The m is simply, m is the slope of the line that we're talking about. So we have y is the y coordinate of the point, m is the slope of the point, x is going to be, x is the, x coordinate of the same point that we talked about. So this is the y coordinate of the point, this would be the x coordinate of the point, and finally your b is the y-intercept of the line. Remember, that's going to be the point where the line crosses the y-axis. So you've got your y, you've got your slope, you got your x coordinate of the point, and then you've got your y-intercept. So really, we need two special things. We need our slope and we need our y-intercept to go ahead and write the equation of our line. Let's see what our steps are. Okay, our steps for this are pretty straightforward. The first thing we want to do is determine the slope of the line from the 2 points. Got to spell it right. The slope of the line from 2 points given. Okay, so that shouldn't be too bad. If you have 2 points, you can graph them. You can use your y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that'd be one way to do it. Next, you want to go ahead and determine the y-intercept of the line. So we're going to do this a couple different ways. You can draw a line between the 2 points. You can use your slope to go from one point to the next and see where it crosses the y-axis. But you want to find some way of determining the y-intercept of the line. Next, we want to write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. Remember, so that's going to be y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. We just went over that. Finally, we want to check to see that both points make the equation true. So that's a big step. Make sure that both points make the equation true. If one does but not the other, then you've got an equation where one point is on the line but not the other. So let's take a look at a few examples. Let's take a look at our first example. First, we want to find the equation of the line that passes through 0, -7, and -8, 3. Well, I'm going to start off, I'm going to go ahead and plot these 2 points. So first I have 0, -7. So 0, -7, going to be right down here. Okay, and then I have -8, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And so I've got this line right here. Now, I like this line for one particular reason. I can see that right there, this is my y-intercept. I've got an x value of 0, but I know that right here that b equals -7, okay? Because it crosses through the y-axis right there. So I've got my y-intercept already. Now I need my slope. Well, I can see here, if I look, it's my slope, okay? It's going to be a negative slope. It's going down left to right, so it's going to be negative. And let's see, my rise is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10. And my run, okay, my run is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So -10 over 8. Those are both even, so that's going to simplify to -5 over 4. Okay, so I've got my slope, I've got my y-intercept. Let's take a look. My equation is going to be y equals -5 over 4 x minus 7. Okay, now if I go ahead and I plug in my 2 points just to verify here, I plug in x equals 0. I have -5 over 4 times 0. Okay, that's going to be 0. Minus 7 gives me -7. Good. So -7 equals -7. That checks. Let's take a look. If I go ahead and I put in this second one here, if I put in this second one here, that I put in -8 for x. I have -8 times -5, that's -40. Okay, sorry, -8 times -5 is +40. Divided by 4 is going to give me 10. And 10 minus 7 gives me +3. So that's going to work as well. Hey, while we're out of here, I want to say the magic word for this video is going to be FACE. F-A-C-E. That's because my son Daniel just tried to FaceTime me here at the kitchen counter. Okay, take a look at the next example. Find the equation of the line that passes through -6, 2 and -4, 1. Sorry, -6, 2 and -4, -1. So I'm going to go ahead, just like I did before, to plot these 2 points. So I've got -6, +2, -6, +2, right there. And then I have -4, -1. Okay, so here we go. There we go. So here it's not obvious what our y-intercept is. Matter of fact, it looks here like it'd be -5, but if I didn't draw my line straight, which it doesn't look like it's a very straight line, maybe it's -6. We're going to get to that. Let's first take a look at our slope. Okay, our slope, okay, again, that's going to be negative. So we can see here it's going down, we're going left to right. And our rise is 1, 2, 3, -3. And our run is 2. Good. Okay, so we have our slope, -3 over 2. Well, our y-intercept gets a little more complicated. What I want to do here is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to switch colors to, how about that blue? I like that. Okay. And I'm going to keep following down 3 over 2 from this point right here and see where I get to the y-axis. So I go down 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2. Okay, that puts me right there. So you can see how far off I'm on the line there. Down 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2. Wow, I was way off on my line. Okay, our y-intercept is right there. So this line should be coming something more like this. Okay, that actually looks a little bit better. So our y-intercept here okay, is actually -7. So our equation then is going to be y equals -3 over 2x minus 7. And we can check our equation again. Let's go ahead and plug in this first point right here. I plug in -4 and -1. So -4 times -3 is going to give us +12. +12 divided by 2 is going to give us +6. -7 gives us -1. So it works for that point. If I go ahead and I plug in the second point, okay, I'll do the math here for that. I want to plug in -6 for x. Okay, get y equals -3 halves times -6 minus 7. Okay, remember that -6 is coming from here. Okay, so -3 times -6 gives us positive 18 over 2 minus 7. 18 over 2 simplifies to 9 minus 7. So I get 2, which is good because that's the 2 that I got right there. Okay, so it checks for that point as well. Let's say we'll get one more example. Okay, find the equation of the line that passes through 3, 1 and -9, 5. Okay, so I'm going to start off and plot my 2 points. 3, 1 right here. Okay. And -9, 5. -9 up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so here we go. Something like this. Really not a great job drawing that line. Okay, so let's go ahead and find our slope. Our slope is going to be, our rise here goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's a negative slope because we're going down, left, right again. 4 over, and our run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow. -4 over 12. Okay. And that's going to simplify. I'm going to divide them both by 4. That gives me -1 over 3. Okay, -1/3. Now, I know I did a really poor job drawing that line. So I'm going to go ahead and use my slope. Again, I'm going to change my color to blue here. And I'm going to just go down 1 over 3 each time. I'm going to start right here. Okay, go down 1 over 1, 2, 3. Okay, go down 1 over 1, 2, 3. I go down 1 over 1, 2, 3. I go down 1 over 1, 2, 3. Good. I wanted to keep going just to make sure I got to my second point. Okay, now when you see that, you can see that right here, there's my y-intercept. So my y-intercept here is 2. I'm going to go ahead and write the equation. Y equals your slope, -1/3, x plus 2. Okay, y equals -1/3 x plus 2. If I went ahead and substituted in here, I'm going to grab this point right here. So if I went -1/3 times -9 plus 2, okay, that's going to give me a positive 9 over 3 plus 2, which is going to give me 3 plus 2, which equals 5, which is good because that's our y coordinate right there, which is as it should be. Okay, so there you go. That's how you're going to write the equation of a line given 2 points. I showed it to you graphically. If you want to learn how to do it algebraically, I do have an alternate video for that. Just see me in class and I'll be happy to share it with you. Okay, thank you.